I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Oh, okay.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hmm.
2 L's, 1 pod. That's right. 2 L's, 1 pod. Spin-off from the web series The Two Dicks. Woohoo! Somebody has a Beatles mug, coffee mug right there. If you're listening, fantastic. If you're watching, that means you're a Patreon member. You're lending your support as little as $5 a month. You get extra videos. You get to see this in video. You get backstage passes, more or less. But I'm Al Ducharme, and I'm on the high seas. And that is Al Romas. I believe he's in Clearwater, Florida. Is that where you are, Al? You got a little tickle in your throat?
Yes, Al, I am home. I'm actually podcasting from a home base. Got off the Oasis yesterday. Oasis of the Seas. 2 weeks on. I think I caught a little, it's not COVID, I tested, but a little crud. You know what I mean?
Little crud.
Everybody walks around sneezing, coughing. You're going to get something. So, well, I feel good. And I'm ready for this podcast. I'm excited. I just got word that we, well, why don't you tell the listeners and the viewers, what are we doing here today, Alfred?
This happens every once in a while. We have a segment called Guess the Guest.
Guess the guest.
And sometimes the person is in studio, in this case, my cabin. And you try to guess who it is. And I'll give you clues. And if you can guess who it is, they'll appear. And if you don't, I send them out of the cabin. No, we'll obviously reveal who it is.
All right.
So I'm going to give you a hint.
So this, to start off, this is it's a Royal Caribbean ship you're on, Allure of the Seas. So it's a two-man show, comic show. Could be a woman, I don't know.
Comic.
So it's someone who works Royal Caribbean cruise ships. Or it could be their first cruise on Royal. So give me the first hint to guess the guest.
Okay. It's similar to the one we've had before, whereas a Red Sox fan, originally from Massachusetts, lived on the West Coast, Los Angeles, for a number of years, and now resides, well, Vegas and Reno, back and forth.
Huh?
They reside in Vegas and Reno.
Reno.
Yeah, or just outside of Reno, Sparks.
That one.
I'll say Reno. Let's stick with Reno.
But a Boston comic. Do I know this person?
You
personally?
Do. You personally know this person. So now you got it down. You got it down to about a dozen.
I know the person. New England.
I'll tell you, male. He's a male. He identifies as male.
He identifies as male.
Right.
Okay. Well, it's not. I don't. The West Coast thing's throwing me here. Vegas, Reno. Okay. I don't know anyone.
I'll give you.
From Reno.
You saw him. Just over a year ago. The last time you saw him was just over a year ago.
I saw him a year. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Did I work with him as a comedian?
No.
Oh.
Not on a comedy stage together.
But
he
okay. But I saw him.
You saw him, you interacted with him for about 3 days. He has
it's not John Caponera, but
oh my goodness.
In Vegas.
No.
Is it Cappy? He doesn't work. No, he's not doing Royal anymore.
He got fired.
He got fired for being funny. I said that's enough. So
I'll give you another hint.
Oh, wait, can I
give you another hint? He usually walked around with 2 pairs of glasses on his head. And says, "Where are my glasses? Did anybody see my glasses?"
Oh yeah. It's I know that guy. It's what the fuck was his name?
I know you can see him.
He was helping direct and he couldn't see or hear. It was great. I forgot my hearing aids. I only bought 4 pairs of glasses. What can I do? Rick. It's yes. Rick.
Yes.
Rick D'Elia.
Rick D'Elia, come on down. You're the next contestant on 2 Owls, 1 Pod, formerly the 2 Dicks, right now the 3 Dicks.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, there he is. He's got his glasses at the right. He's got a couple pairs on. Nice.
He does. He's got the sunglasses and the reading glasses.
Oh, a little bit. Let me.
Nice. Oh, all right. Well, that's a good week, man. You guys.
Yeah,
that's
we've
great
been-
for you two.
We had 13 shows. Well, we actually had 12 so far. We have one more tonight. It's the farewell show in the theater, the big amphitheater that seats 1,400 people, and we're hoping 600 show up, 800 maybe.
You know, it's funny.
It's 10 o'clock last night.
You're playing guest the guest, and your fans obviously are aware of you guys. And there's not a lot of suspense when it's someone that only one of you knows, and Al's kind of like, I don't know, do I know? Like, well, yes.
I'm trying to stump him.
Here's my first.
Oh, that's it.
You gave 4 clues. You gave him everything but my social security number.
I'll post that. There.
Well, it's kind of a new thing, Rick. We're not good yet at guess the guest. You're only our second or third guess of the guest.
So, we don't have a lot of guests on. We have, what do we have, like 4 guests a year, maybe?
I'm honored. And no, it's true. It's really an honor. Right?
Yeah.
It's tough.
Good to have you. Always.
He's in Clearwater. We're on a ship. The internet can turn into robot voice any moment. Last week we were both on ships. So this is just an extra treat to have somebody here, because some people are hearing us banter back and forth.
I can't believe they haven't had. Sorry. I can't believe they haven't had you two on a ship together, because then you could knock out your podcast. You know what I mean?
Tell me about it.
I thank you. Yeah, I wish you were our agent, because the agents go, okay, very good, and another year goes by and I never see him. So it would be great. And meanwhile, I'm working with everyone else in the world.
Yeah, we have 2.
What's that?
We did 2 cruises together, a month apart, and the second cruise is when we started the 2 Dicks, the 1950s detectives, and Then when the pandemic started in 2020, we went to the Talking Dicks podcast, and now renamed 2 Owls, 1 Pod. There it is. There's the whole history.
And the cruise director literally said 2 owls, 1 cup. And I go, that's not even, that's going to be a problem. I go, no, that's not it. And this very sweet British girl who had no idea. She just goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, okay, that'll be interesting.
Was 2 Girls in 1 Cup the first viral video? I'm being serious. I'm not trying to crack a joke. I mean, that.
Other than sexual nature, most likely.
Right.
Right around there, yeah.
I mean, look, 20 years later, we're still making a reference and people get it. So.
Right. I remember that, and Bill Burr's rant in Philly, and the 2 girls and a cup. I mean, there wasn't like today where it was one thing that went and took over for a month or 2 or more. Well, everybody saw it.
Charlie bit my finger. Remember that?
Yeah.
Charlie bit my finger. Charlie bit my finger.
Charlie bit me.
Mom,
Alan. Remember that?
I don't.
Remember that one?
Mm-mm. I don't remember that. I don't remember the finger or the last.
Oh, the gopher. Yeah.
Coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
And he's chirping a gopher noise, like trying to call a mate.
Yeah.
But some British guy put in Alan.
Oh yes.
Alan.
That. Oh yeah. That was. Why was that great? I don't even.
I enjoyed it. It was stupid.
I know it was funny, but I don't know why it go viral. Yeah. Vic DiBattista was early too with milk and bread and milk.
Bread and milk. Gotta get bread and milk. Snowstorms.
That was an early one.
30 seconds.
What about remember the guy crying with the and that was before trans was that was before all the alphabet stuff. A
lot of the guys were doing the makeup things and they were going viral.
Yeah.
Putting on the makeup, but that's what it was.
Right.
Dave,
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the last show we were packed in the comedy club all week, standing room, people sitting on the floor. They do the last show on Oasis at 10:45.
Yes.
Oh,
And everybody leaves from everyone's from Jersey or Pennsylvania. They're all walking off at 6 a.m. So 10:45 might as well be fucking 1 a.m. They're not coming to the show.
Yeah.
We might have had 100. I swear to God, in that theater, scattered.
Was it that
What's
late?
that?
I was just
10:45.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Way too late.
I was on Harmony before this one, and it was the same thing. It was actually 11 on the last night because there was a technical glitch the night before, so they couldn't put their ice show or something. So
they put it on early.
They put it on earlier that night and bumped us to 11. It's like you're just
That's horrible.
You know what I mean? On the last, like you said,
Yeah.
You got to be off the ship at 6 a.m. Let's have a show at midnight.
You want to send them off on a high,
Yeah.
both us and them.
Right.
Yeah.
The last impression.
Yeah.
Oh, they were funnier in the nightclub.
Yeah.
I didn't even go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody
No,
said,
I know it's way too late. And the Oasis, the reason, because I was talking to the cruise director about it, and she goes, "Well, we have cats at 8:00." And it's
Right.
like, you want to go, nobody likes cats, though. Nobody. Just get rid of cats, put us at 9, it'll be full, and it would be great. But you know that thinking. So
they're supposed
they
to
do
be
cats.
but I guess there's a contract and they have it in place. The investment.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Even though literally everyone walks out and, hates it. What's that?
They have Mamma Mia here, but they had to cut out 40 minutes of cats for the
Right.
ship.
Hopefully, no one from Royal Caribbean
least.
is watching this. I love Royal Caribbean and every part about it. Actually, I can't get enough of Mamma
Well,
Mia. I watched it 4 times, and the ice show.
Mamma Mia is very entertaining, but they were smart
Yeah.
implementing it, and it works.
Yeah.
But we have to also let them know. They ask our opinions and our honesty.
Mhm.
We have to let them know. They know.
Give us a fighting chance.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, at 10:45 when the audience leaves at 6 a.m. is too late for a final show. It's very simple.
In the theater too. Yeah.
Yeah. And the majority of them, they've seen us. So
Right.
a lot of them are like, yeah, they've already seen it. It's late. Let's go to bed and forget it.
But enough shitting on our livelihood and the hand that
I'm
feeds.
not, who's shitting? We're just saying, it could be better. That's all.
I
Icon,
wanna-
I heard, is doing
Go grab your coffee because I want to talk about Rick's latest project, which he kept under his lid when he was helping us shoot the two.
Well, he had so many glasses on that lid, he had to keep it under that. He couldn't move it.
True.
That's what.
Hey Rick, how's the focus? It looks great. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? They're on your head. Just too fair.
Yeah. Now what are we talking? New
No, it's
project?
okay. John Caponera looked like an amoeba in one of the shots. It was great. Look at the Orion. It was fantastic. So here's what I want to talk about. Ricky, as you know, been doing stand-up comedy forever and migrated out west. And he's always been pretty good at the writing. And he's had quite a few projects that have gotten along pretty far in this industry. But now he has a major one. It's being released this fall. It's a full feature starring the comedian who's really hot right now, Matt Rife, along with Russell Peter, Jamie Kennedy, and a bunch of other people that you and I know, comedians and other actors. And dude, he wrote it. He's in it. He's a natural. He's playing himself, but he's a natural. He's got acting chops.
I had to gain 20 pounds for the role. And I had to sleep with the writer.
You nailed it. It looks like you nailed it.
So, but he wrote it.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's a producer, and it's a full feature. It's going to be out in the fall. Would you say?
Yeah, October.
Okay.
October.
What is the name of the film?
It's called Don't Suck.
Don't suck. Okay.
And it's the crazy part about it, Al, and it is just serendipitous. It's very lucky. It's a comedic movie, and I wanted to make a movie that other comics would get. It's very inside baseball. I didn't think it would play to a wide audience. It was a very low budget, $750,000, and it's about a aging comic who had a little taste of fame, a bunch of years ago, but he's kind of on the decline. He goes on the road with this young kid who does something stupid on stage one night. Someone videos it, it goes viral, and he becomes an overnight star. And so all of a sudden, the opening act becomes huge, and the headliners kind of, kick to the curb. That's what the movie's about. In real life, Jamie Kennedy, who played the kind of aging star, it is kind of that. Jamie Kennedy was huge back in the Malibu days and the Scream. And the unknown opening act in the movie was Matt Rife.
Wow.
We cast him a couple of years ago.
Just before, now he just blew up recently.
And
I was going to ask, when were you filming this? When did you cast him? And how did you know? Did you just know him, or did he audition, or?
No, he auditioned. Dozens of people auditioned. Believe it or not, though, we were supposed to start shooting in March 28th, 2020. And then that little thing happened with the flu and the bat and the pangolin and all that.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
So
yeah, it was fleeting.
Yeah, all right. I don't really know.
I had
11.
Fleeting moment in time.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Went unnoticed. Most people are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. All right.
What?
All right. 2020.
Thing, the Fauci flu.
Yeah. Did you know Matt,
not.
like personally on the road, anything?
No, I cannot take credit for that. But
I would.
Jamie Kennedy knew him and said, "Hey, you got to take a look at this kid. He's at the Laugh Factory a lot. He's young. He's really good looking." So this is back at late 2019, and so we auditioned him. And I got to tell you, he would do video submissions, and every time the director would go, "You know what? Could you try it with this kind of accent, or try this? Maybe do a little." And he gave him direction, and the kid was a natural. And like I said, who was up for this role? Also, this is, a few years ago. You know how long it takes to get these things done. But Machine Gun Kelly was up for the role, for the same role.
Wow.
But Matt just had that it factor. I can't explain it. And but we knew that the kid had potential to go somewhere, but obviously,
right.
I have to tell you, yeah, we saw it. We we rolled the dice on this. No, we got crazy lucky. It's his first starring role in a movie, and the bad
that
part
is great though for you guys.
It is
massive to have the guy blowing up in your movie.
Yeah. And awesome. Here's the problem, though.
Or not? I don't know. Is there not?
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did he say?
I didn't say anything.
We had a little
unstable. I didn't say anything. I think it's a Wi-Fi jump.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Take it again. So the bad part was
we signed a distribution deal several months ago, and we kept telling our distributor, hey, we think this kid's gonna pop, because he had fairly recently signed with CAA, and they put a marketing team behind him, and we just started seeing his Instagram numbers go from a couple thousand to 100,000 to blue check verified. TikTok 12.5, but our distributor, they're more old school. They're like, yeah, but what has he done? He doesn't have a box office.
What? Well, that's old school.
They kind of put us on the back burner, and so we missed the summer lineup, and literally we kept telling them, we literally were like, come on. And now they're fucking
You're sitting with a movie with the hottest comedian in the world.
Yeah.
It's changed.
Let's get this out there.
They come back at us though. They're like, "Hey, you know what? Here's our marketing strategy." Like they're coming up with it, and we've been telling them all along, but they can't admit it's wrong.
No, because they're old school. They don't understand it's a new world with this whole how it happens overnight, TikTok or whatever. Yes. But apparently, this kid has legs. He's got a command of the stage, and he's
funny
and he's good looking. So
and he's been around. I mean, I would look at some stuff and people are like, "Oh, he middled for me at a club like Comedy Zone in 2015." I mean, he's done the road. He's not overnight by any means,
he's seasoned.
Concerned.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic, man. That's great for you guys.
Yeah, it's very cool. So, we got Jimmy Schubert is in the movie, and Carrot Top and Jimmy Walker. So we got some.
That's great.
Art comics in it. Russell Peters, of course, Al mentioned that.
Russell Peters has a built-in audience.
Yeah.
Of like 20 million people.
Sure. I know.
What more does that distributor
Amazing.
know?
Al watched.
I don't know what that distributor's doing. Where's the distribute this thing? Let's go. I mean,
Well,
it's ready.
unfortunately, it's not that simple. You can't just go,
Yeah.
"Hey, Netflix, here it is, put it on next week." They acquire things, each quarter. So like I said, we missed our summer.
Now this was all going on, and he had it filmed in the can.
Yes.
And didn't mention it to us because
No.
he was keeping everything under wraps. So he did our shoot.
Yeah.
Never mentioned it. So
Right.
it was all going
Yeah.
on in his head. It was all going on.
Well, because you don't want to, because all right, look, we've all been in the business. We got 90 years between the three of us, right, in this business.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like Al mentioned, I had a couple of other things that was on the 1 yard line. Like I had a development deal. I'd sold a script before. I had a pilot. All that, and it never went anywhere. And so
Right.
I'd already filmed this when I was with you guys. I'm not going to say anything because what if it doesn't happen? You know what I mean? Like,
well, you say
right.
it goes in stages,
Right.
and then when you get to that one or two last final stages, a lot of these things do go away.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that I'm championing you because this one is, boom, it's there.
Well,
right. Yeah.
yeah, it's how long was the process from thinking of it, I want to do this movie, to actually I've filmed it, we're done? What's the process there? How many years?
I started writing the script in March of 19, and by the time we got all our ducks in a row, by the time I'd done 3 or 4 drafts, we got the talent on board, we had enough money to make it. It would have been March 28th of 2020, so that was 1 year. But then the thing happened.
Right.
So
yeah,
the thing. And then some investors pulled their money out because they didn't want to pay. A couple of actors, some actors changed. We had Matt Rife and Jamie Kennedy, the entire time. But Russell Peters came in to replace Guess the Comedian.
Okay.
Boston guy.
Boston guy.
Boston guy.
Also a Red Sox fan. Has the exact same birthday as me, June 10th. But he's June 10th, 1968. I'm June 10th, 1967. He's left-handed and, like myself, a drummer.
5 seconds.
He used to have red hair when he had hair.
Oh, you got to give it away.
Oh, it's a friend. Yes.
My former boss.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Wow. Okay.
He was going to play.
So
he was a guest.
You've had good people. You've had good people attached to this thing the whole time. I mean,
yeah. And
that's great.
Hopefully, and I have to, if I was in control of editing, it would be a different movie than it turned out. I'm still proud of it. I think it could have been better. Al saw it. So
Now,
it was more objective.
I did see it, and my first thought was, why the fuck am I not in this movie? That's my
Yeah.
Al Romas, Al Ducharme. Hello.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's hello.
Fitz.
Hello.
What?
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm still waiting for
We're all passing our suits,
wedding.
those guys.
Thanks for the invite to the wedding. Noxie showed up.
Did he
Well,
really?
what was your take? Like, did you see stuff that Rick didn't think about, or what was your take when
Well,
you
I
saw
was questioning him about the process of being the writer. I go, how far along are you involved? And because you explained to me, you write it, you may or may not be in the first. You saw 4 hours.
Yeah, I saw.
They had to cut it down to 4 hours of material or takes that they could use.
Are you in the film, Rick? Are you actually in the film?
Yeah, a little bit, not a lot. I have a small part.
But he's good.
But did you direct it?
No, I produced.
Oh, you
it.
had a director. Okay.
He wrote, produced,
Okay.
had a little part in
And then
it.
you had someone else is editing it or edited it.
Yeah.
Got real editors, real directors, and
Mhm.
and other people that are involved.
I mean, the whole thing was crazy. Lucky how it happened. I had this girl who used to run a comedy club in Los Angeles many years ago. Her and her boyfriend and I were drinking one night, and just getting shit. And she's like, "Hey, we want to make a movie, and we want you to write it." And you know how all the ideas happen when yeah, sure. What's it about?
Yeah, sure.
She pitches the idea. And I'm like, no, that ain't never gonna work. And she's like, oh, we'll put up, $200,000. I'm like, that's probably one of the better ideas.
Hey now.
You know what I mean? You're smart.
I like, yes, this is good. Yeah.
And
they put the
Talented.
seed money, and as you know, from what I know,
yeah.
once the initial money goes in, then everybody starts like, well,
Yeah.
what's going on here? And they all start, the other money comes in. And
that's literally the hardest thing. It's harder than the script because no one, Jamie Kennedy said to me when I first told him about the idea, he goes, let me know when it's real. And that means, let me know when you can deposit that, And so we had $200,000 going into it. Yeah. Again, not a ton of money, especially by today's standards, but enough to make people go, oh, okay.
Let's look at it.
This isn't student film. This isn't some run and gun. We wound up raising $750,000, which is not bad. Unfortunately, 100,000 of it went to all the COVID protocol stuff.
The testing.
Jeez.
We had to have on-site doctors. The craft service, every meal had to be individually prepared. You couldn't just do a big buffet thing. So the money and it took a lot of time.
Frustrating for the momentum.
Yeah.
But,
so everybody's in masks, and then when you shoot, the mask comes down, then the mask goes back up,
and then the mask comes down, and then makeup has to go over and touch up the
right. Oh, yeah, it's a process.
So we lost so much time. We could have had at least 3 or 4 more scenes, which is pretty big in a movie. We could have had at least 3 or 4 more scenes that we wanted in the movie that we just couldn't. We had to have 2.5-hour lunch breaks instead of 45 minutes.
Wow. Let me just add this. Even though you said you had 750,000 and a lot of, 100 grand went to the testing and all that, you had so many people that did not take a paycheck.
Yes.
You had 4
a lot of favors.
You had 4 RE Flex cameras.
Yes.
All high end stuff, just like because everybody believed in the project. So you got a $750,000 budget, but you got like $200 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. And will this be in theaters? Will this be streaming? Do we know any of this yet?
Yeah. Starting August 6th, which is a Sunday of all places, it's going to premiere in Williamstown, Massachusetts at Images Theater. And then it's going to be in the Beverly Theater in Las Vegas, a handful of theaters in Los Angeles. It's coming out in 20 theaters. It'll be, and when they say select theaters, it's really select theaters.
Yeah.
Hopefully by mid-September, it'll be up to 60 theaters around the country. And then it'll be available on video on demand, the streaming platforms. Hopefully they're trying to time it for like a Halloween release. So we're going to have a limited theatrical, it's an independent movie. So it's not going to be like a Marvel movie where it's in 4,000.
Right.
So we're going to get about 60 theaters, and then it'll be streaming on all the platform stuff at Halloween. So hopefully with this kid, Matt, you know what I mean? I think we'll make our money back.
But I just want to jump in and say, they used to say, oh, direct to video, you're getting a theatrical release, which is huge, but it's not a stigma anymore to go right to streaming. It's because everybody's majority watch their movies now at home and or most movies anyways. But so this is a good place for you guys to be in. And I think it's lined up perfect.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah. But like you said, if you just look at theatrical numbers, people go to see the blockbusters. They see the Marvel movies because they're in the DC comic, because it's cool to watch in the independent movies are dying on the vine in theaters. So
I've seen one movie in the theater since COVID. It was Top Gun. You had to go see that. That was and that was it. And I watched, but everything else. I watched Ray Romano's movie last night, on demand. I don't know if you saw that, Somewhere in Queens. It was good. A little movie. It's like an independent, even though it's Ray, and he's got some good people in it. He wrote and directed it. Yeah.
It's ironic that you mentioned Ray Romano, because Al, you work these ships all the time. We have that one movie channel on the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so it was on last night. Welcome to Mooseport.
That was his first foray.
That's the movie, right? The movie that made Gene Hackman retire. He said, "I can't. This is bullshit. I'm not doing any of this shit."
That actually made that movie made Ray into a serious actor after that.
Yes.
I got a acting.
Welcome to Mooseport.
Now he's like believable.
That's a,
Yeah.
In front of the camera.
Oh, that's so welcome.
oh, that's great. We got some we got a couple of tech issues here, boys.
Do we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Little frozen on that last one.
it's okay. It's not frozen because I'm recording on my computer.
Okay, good.
All right.
Good.
So you have a 1:30 which is coming up. You have a 1:30. Did you pad that a little bit? I know you're back with
Yeah. No, we're good. We're good, man. We're good.
When he's home, he's been away for 2 weeks, and I know this because I have to do it myself. You got to pay attention to the girl. You got to pay attention to the girl because you're going to be leaving again.
I'm leaving in 5 days. I mean, it's this is crazy. And we were talking, Rick, but how I'm in Florida.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cruises in Florida.
Oh,
and I'm flying to Bayonne every 2 weeks. I'm back.
Overnighting in Bayonne, and there's nothing there.
And then New York comics are flying to Florida. They're flying to Alaska. How about? I mean, to me, it just seems this is very simple. We could book this thing really well, very simply. But they must have a reason. I'm sure they do. I don't know. I don't know it above my pay grade, but I'm in Jersey all summer.
I bet you. My schedule is exactly like yours. I'm 2 weeks on, 5 or 6 days off through January right now. So I'm sure we'll be on the same ship at some point. Maybe I would.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, I hope so. I got to see who was it? I saw Joe Yannetti 2 weeks ago for the first time in I don't know.
He retired ships.
I was just going to say
3 years ago.
No, literally
more than that.
I saw a couple of months ago. He had a Facebook post that was an epic scroll about how he had a wonderful run on cruise ships, but why he's never ever going to set foot on a cruise ship again. And you could see the comments people like, you quit like 100 times.
Right.
How much, right?
Bullshit.
And it was the longest post ever. And you're telling me you just saw him on a ship.
Yeah, he's back. He's back.
He's Brett Favre and Cher rolled into one. He did.
He's Yeah, we saw him, Al. Remember when we did 2 Dicks in Giggles?
Yes.
And he was there. He had just, that was almost 4 years ago. And he had just, or 3 years ago, whatever it was. He had just quit. Like, he was very happy. He was like, I'm not doing ships. I'm retired. And I was like, oh, okay, great. That's awesome. And then, boom, he's back. He's doing 13 shows.
Yeah. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Well, let's wrap the fucker up because I know you got to go. Meow. Meow. Hi, Kelly.
Oh, you're in a cabin with Rick. I mean, I think I'm okay doing that.
Touche. Touche.
Yes, yeah.
Where's Teddy? He's got a dog. They got a dog together.
Oh, do you really? Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He's sleeping, I guess, because he'd usually be barking it up and annoying us. So he must be asleep. So we'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cohabitating.
Nice.
Stick a fork in him. He's
yeah.
It's worth
single
days.
In sin, living in sin, man. It's nice. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Keep telling yourself that. Just repeat it all the time. It helps. I like being there.
All right, so we're all
right. Well, we had a successful guest. The guest.
Thank you.
We did.
Well
Thank
done.
you for coming on.
It was an honor.
This is good content. Well,
I appreciate
so
it.
be sure to
and I'm looking forward to the movie. I love inside baseball, inside comedy movies. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Right in my wheelhouse. Looking forward to Suck. This August. This is what we're saying. August. Can I see this film?
Don't suck.
Don't suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Thanks, Als. Thanks, Als.
All right. Adios.
Peace.
So long, man. Have a good trip. You.
Iceberg Deadhead. Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The2Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the 2 Als 1 Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe. Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Go to patreon.com/forwardthetwodicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.